Severe weather in the natural state.
And Harding prepares for its biggest weekend of the year. Your HU16 News starts now.
From the students of Harding University, this is HU16 News, live at 5.
Hello and welcome to HU16's Live at 5. I'm Jackson Trahant.
And I'm Maddie Powers. Thank you for joining us. We have seen a lot of heavy rain here on campus today, and severe weather might be headed our way.
Let's send it over to HU16's Jake Mooney for an update.
Thanks, Jackson. Let's take one look at our radar as we see what's going to be happening over the next 24 hours. So we see that there is a big group of storms moving through the area. We'll see later on in the weather segment that Arkansas is not the only people that are seeing this giant storm moving through the area. It's just all across the United States moving through the area. But Cersei is barely going to get missed by this red grouping that's here to our south. It's moving right through the Little Rock area and farther south. It's going to move through the area as we go through the night. But as of right now, we are in a wind advisory and a severe storm risk. So just be watching your radar throughout the night. Make sure you are safe. And that's all I have over at the weather desk. Back to Maddie.
Storms also swept through the state on Monday, causing damage in northwest Arkansas. Brett Rains has their story.
We had a storm cellar out behind the house, but we didn't have time to get to it.
We heard really loud noises. We saw on the TV on the Weather Channel or watching 4029. They said, get to shelter. So my mother-in-law grabbed my 95-year-old grandmother and threw her in the bathtub.
Well, I'm proud she did. Might have got blown away if she hadn't.
The bathtub kept Sue Neisel safe, and so did the house her late husband built more than 70 years ago. It also kept Carla Woods and her daughter safe in the closet as the storms hit Monday night.
As soon as we got in there, we heard the loud sound. It might have been a small tornado, but to us, it was very scary. This is my 3-year-old daughter. This is Cassidy. She was very brave. She's like, we're playing hide and seek. She was fine. I was crying and she's patting me on the shoulder saying, it's okay. She was my support.
Trees were toppled, fortunately not on the house.
So we never heard the sirens.
That's because the Franklin County Emergency Manager says they're not sure why, but the storm sirens in Charleston were not working when the tornado warning was issued. Crews were out today fixing them. Everyone we talked to is glad there were no injuries reported from the storms.
Well, I am too, but it took 2 men to lift me out of the bathtub.
White County officials made 3 arrests late last week related to several fentanyl overdose deaths. Christian Ethan Neal, Christopher Neal, and Ashley Swindle were arrested and charged with trafficking fentanyl, a Class Y felony. They were also charged with maintaining a drug premises and possession of drug paraphernalia. All 3 currently are out on bail. The investigation is ongoing and the additional charges are pending.
A 17-year-old will face a charge for murder in connection with a fatal shooting in Little Rock last week. Frederick Jackson has been arrested after shooting 26-year-old Dolan Goff in the driver's seat of his car. Court records indicate that Jackson will face a first-degree murder charge. The number of people hospitalized in Arkansas has fell to the lowest number since May 2020. The Arkansas Department of Health reported that the number of people hospitalized is now at 64 people. However, the state's case count rose by 127 with a death toll count of 9.
Since the pandemic, things are slowly returning back to normal, but not quite yet. The nationwide mask requirement for public transit is being extended for 15 days. This is to create more time to study the BA.2 Omicron subvariant. The original order was set to expire on April 18th, but the CDC has moved it to May 3rd.
The manhunt ends for the suspect who opened fire on a New York City subway train Tuesday morning. 10 people were shot during the terrifying incident. Gloria Pazmino is in Brooklyn, New York, with the latest on the investigation.
New York City police say they've arrested 62-year-old Frank James, the man they now call a suspect in Tuesday's subway shooting. James spoke heavily about violence in multiple rambling videos posted online, including what appears to be his latest video posted just one day before the shooting.
I wanted to kill people. I wanted to watch people die right in front of my face immediately. But I thought about the fact that, hey man, I don't want to go to no prison.
The videos posted by James give some insight into his trip to New York City. In one of the videos, James says he left his home in Wisconsin on March 20th and was heading to the, quote, danger zone.
We need to see more mass shootings. Yeah, we need to see more. There has to be more mass shootings.
Police say James rented this U-Haul van on April 11th in Philadelphia. The U-Haul was found in Brooklyn Tuesday after keys to the vehicle were found at the scene of the subway attack. Investigators also linking the gun found at the scene to James and tracking the purchase of a gas mask to James through eBay. That's according to law enforcement officials. The manhunt for James may be over, but the healing for victims is just beginning.
I still feel the pain. They gave me a bunch of pain meds, but it's still there. I still feel it. I can still see the hole. I don't think I can ever ride the train again.
In Brooklyn, I'm Gloria Pasmino.
A large employer of immigrant labor is committing more than $1 million to support immigrant employees. Tyson Foods is planning to support immigrant employees in the U.S. with legal services needed to acquire citizenship. Tyson works with Immigrant Connection and Arkansas Immigrant Defense, which are nonprofit groups that help provide immigrant groups with legal services such as employment renewals and petition for citizenship. The money will allow employees to cover the citizenship fee of around $725 per person. Yesterday, state and federal assessment officers walked through tornado damage in Springdale to determine if the city will qualify for financial aid. If the city qualifies, the Arkansas Division of Emergency Management and Federal Small Business Administration will ask Governor Asa Hutchinson to declare the city as disaster areas under the state and federal guidelines. These offices must first complete reports from their tour of the area. Right now, we're going to go back over to Jake Mooney with your weather.
Thanks, Maddie. We have quite a bit of rain coming up over the past couple days, but maybe we'll be seeing a little bit of a break. I'll tell you a little bit more about it after the break.
American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
Huh?
Harding University's HU16 is going digital. We are discontinuing broadcasts on White County Cable and moving to streaming services. You can catch live events, news broadcasts, and archived games all on our Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV apps. Watch all these and more from the comfort of your own home or on the go. You can keep up with your favorite Bison sports or even catch up on channel. Search Harding on your streaming device, click on our logo, and download the free app today.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. This guy, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Hey, welcome back from the weather break. Welcome back from the break. It's time for your weather breakdown here on HU 16 News. So starting off right now, it's 32 degrees and cloudy with wind coming from the northwest at 15 miles per hour and humidity at a whopping 87%. Taking a look across Arkansas, we see that rain is starting to move out of the area with Monticello and Jonesboro are the only cities that right now are seeing that rain moving through. But Fayetteville is starting to see a little bit of sunshine, so is Texarkana, and Little Rock is starting to clear up as well. So looking at today's highs, we see that the temps are in the mid-60s all the way into around Texarkana are in the low 80s, but it's because we're going to be seeing that cold front moving through the area that we'll be seeing later on that's bringing those storms moving through the area, which we see tomorrow. Those temps drop a little bit more down into the low 60s into the mid-70s. So taking a look at the surface map, this is the stuff we've been seeing over the past couple days, and this is the reason why we've been seeing it. This cold front right here has been pushing it through, going east, and earlier I said that the United States was all seeing this storm, and just look at this. All the way across the United States is seeing rain right now and seeing the same stuff we're seeing, and it's just going to keep moving on east. But over the next couple days, we'll be seeing that clears up just a little bit, but don't hold your breath because we got a little bit more coming through the area going into the weekend and into next week. So as of right now, we are in a severe weather risk over here towards eastern Arkansas, and the rest of Arkansas is seeing just a little bit of that risk still, but we still are at risk of severe weather. So be watching your radars and stay informed on what is happening in your area. Take a look at the 5-day forecast. We see Thursday is 68 for a high, sunny. Friday is mostly sunny, 76 for a high. Saturday's 40% chances of storm with 68 for a high and 48 for a low. And Sunday's also going to be 40% chances of storms, 62 for a high, 45 for a low. Monday, 50% chances of thunderstorms, 66 for a high and 42 for a low. That's all I got over here at the green screen. Back over to the desk.
This weekend is Harding's annual musical extravaganza. Spring Sing debuts tomorrow.
We'll give you an inside look after the break.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Harding will welcome thousands of visitors for the spectacle that is Spring Sing. This year, the show is back without COVID restrictions for the first time since 2019 under the theme Moments. HU16's Morgan Wrigley is here with a closer look. Hey, Morgan.
Hey, Maddie. We are coming up on one of the biggest weekends of the year for the Harding community. It's the 48th year of Spring Sing, and along with the many activities planned for visitors to campus this weekend, there's an exciting lineup of club performances. Let's take a look at that and this year's theme. Easter weekend means nearly 11,000 people will be visiting Searcy to join in Spring Sing, the musical extravaganza that involves thousands of students every year. This year, the theme of Spring Sing is moments in time, and the moments that define us. I got to talk to Dottie Fry, the director of the Spring Sing Host and Ensemble, about what this year's theme means to her.
But the moments that we share are things that nobody can ever take away from us. They're memories, they're moments, they're, pick all the words, legacies, but they're time spent where hearts connect. And what's the best part is the connections that we make on that driveway or on the stage or in the audience are just a taste of the connections that we're going to make when we go home to heaven.
Dottie Fry calls this week every year Miracle Week, and that's because this is a seemingly miraculous moment when thousands of students bring what they've been working on to the stage and put it together in one cohesive show, a moment that the whole community can take part in. This year features over 19 different social clubs with themes such as rock stars, bees, Where's Waldo, and much more. The fun starts tomorrow morning with a children's matinee show and continues all through the weekend. There are 5 total performances with Spring Sing Thursday through Saturday, and tickets can be purchased at hardingtickets.com. Morgan Wrigley, HU16 News, over to you, Jackson.
Thanks, Morgan. There'll be plenty of other activities on campus this weekend for guests in town for Spring Sing. There'll be choral concerts, campus tours, Pied Piper's Children's Theater, and an inter-club joust. A full schedule of this weekend's events can be found on the Harding University website. For a couple of weeks now, a local breakfast restaurant has invited veterans for breakfast. Every Thursday morning at Chit Chat and Chew, veterans around Searcy are invited to a coffee call from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. This is one way for veterans to connect with others and chit-chat and chew. As students rush to finish the end-of-semester projects, Harding athletes rush onto the court and towards the finish line.
We'll go over to HU16's Cody Porter for more on Harding spring sports.
Rain or shine, sports will be fine. Find out which one after the break.
Attention travelers, next Tuesday a major power outage will cause complete chaos throughout the city. Water, phone, and internet service will be in short supply. There will likely be panic citywide. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Harding University's HU16 is going digital. We are discontinuing broadcasts on White County Cable and moving to streaming services. You can catch live events, news broadcasts, and archived games all on our Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV apps. Watch all these and more from the comfort of your own home or on the go. You can keep up with your favorite Bison sports or even catch up on Chapel. Search Harding on your streaming device, click on our logo, and download the free app today.
Maria, so how's work?
It was fourth period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Miss Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool.
Hello and welcome back to HU16's Live at 5 Sports. I'm Cody Porter. The Lady Bison softball team hosted Delta State in a doubleheader yesterday afternoon. Game 1 in the first inning, Leah Harrison's a fly ball to left field. Hannah Jones at third. The left fielder catches the ball in foul territory. Hannah Jones is going to try and score, and she does due to a not so great throw. Now in the third, Lady Bison's up one. Leah Harris gets another pitch. She likes this one a little bit better and sends it over the left fielder's head. One run will come in to score. Leah Harrison's up at second easily. Now for pitching, Lily Tansky absolutely dominated. Her second straight complete game shutout where she threw 5 strikeouts and had 0 walks. Now in game 2, the Lady Bisons are down 3-1. Here Hannah Jones gets a pitch she likes. She sends it up the middle over the pitcher's head and a runner comes in to score. That makes it 3-2. Well, now we're going to fast forward to the bottom of the 7th inning. Lady Bisons were down 7-2. Had the bases loaded, scored 2 on an error, 2 more runs came in, and the final score ended up being 7-5. After splitting the series with Delta State, Harding softball sits at 29-14. They travel to Alva, Oklahoma this weekend for a 3-game slate with Northwestern Oklahoma State. The men's and women's golf teams wrapped up their rounds at the GAC Championships yesterday afternoon. The men's team finished the tournament at a 24-over 888, which put them in 4th place. Caleb Nichols, Sam Tandy, and Trevor Mellett all finished in the top 20. The women's team won up the men by finishing in 3rd place. The Lady Bison shot 75 over par with a 939. Brittany Sanchez finished the tournament in 5th place overall and was one of just 2 golfers to record an eagle. All the teams can do now is wait and see if their name is called for the NCAA tournament in May. Harding's track teams keep running and keep winning. We sent it over to HU16's Makala Rodriguez to find out about the attention that they're getting.
That's right, Cody. The men's and women's track teams are taking the Harding name above and beyond this week with an NCAA and the GAC. Both teams are ranked number 16 in the NCAA Division II by the United States Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association, as well as the men's team ranked number 4 in the Central Region and the Lady Bisons ranked number 3. The men's team has racked up to 74.73 ranking points, while the women have reached 79.84. Both Harding teams making the most out of any teams in the GAC as no other sits in the top 25. The highest ranked Harding athletes on the men's and women's sides are sophomore Dorian Shangyu, ranked 4th in pole vaulting, and senior Anne Noel Clarimo, ranked 4th in the 400-meter hurdles. As the Harding track team keeps going above and beyond, 3 out of the 4 athletes of the week wear the word Harding proudly on their uniform. The men's field goes to Shangyu after breaking his own school record in pole vaulting at the Bison opening this past Saturday, April 9th. Both women's and honors go to Harding, with track to sophomore Nieves Miegas and field to senior Kara Mason. Miegas' time in the 5,000 meter represents the fastest time in the event in the GAC, as she took 2nd in the event at the Bison Open. Mason won the shot put and hammer throw at the Bison Open, with both throws representing the top throws in the country, with her shot put placing 11th in the country. Harding University is set to compete next Friday, April 15th in Memphis, Tennessee at the Road 7-way meet. That's all the time I have for track. Back to you, Cody.
Thanks, Makayla. For the coolest thing I saw, we head down to Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas for a battle between the Rangers and the Rockies. Bottom of the 5th inning, Julos Chassin pitches the one high to Corey Seager, and he hits a fly ball to left center field. This one is oh no, Randall Gritchick from out of nowhere. No way, Jose. Well, I guess it's no way, Corey, because Corey Seager hit. Well, regardless, no home run, and the Rockies win this one 4-1. That's all I have for you today. Let's send it back over to Maddie and Jackson.
Today is a very fun and very smart holiday.
Find out what it is, plus one final look at your weather after the break.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Wait. Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where did cats go on vacation? New York.
Today, April 13th, is National Scrabble Day. Today was chosen as the holiday because it is the birthday of Scrabble founder Alfred Mosher Butts. Butts first created the game in 1938 under the name Lexico. Now the game is sold in 121 different countries and in 29 different languages, and was even made into a daytime TV game show in the 1980s. And you no longer have to argue about whether words should count because you can simply check the official up-to-date Scrabble dictionary.
Let's give you one last look at your weather.
Jake Mooney is back with one last 5-day forecast. Hey, Jake.
Hey, Jackson. Yeah, let's take one last look at our 5-day forecast, see what we got coming up. So starting off Thursday, it's going to be sunny, 68 for a high and 44 for a low. Friday is going to be mostly sunny, 76 for a high, 54 for a low. Saturday is where it gets a little hairy with 40% chances of storms, 68 for a high, 48 for a low. Sunday, same story, 62 for a high and 45 for a low. Monday, 20% chances of thunderstorms, 66 for a high and 42 for a low. That's all I have over here. Back to the desk.
Thank you for joining us for HU16's Live at 5 for Community Matters.
Stay tuned for a replay of this morning's chapel, and we'll see you tomorrow.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
So we were walking to school.
I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's
I really want
smart.
cheese pizza.
Sometimes her mind wanders.
We should have a sleepover.
I remember saying, Laura?
I think I heard Mom say something.
The sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
I really hope she doesn't
I
have
really
another
hope I
bad
don't
day
have
at
another
school
bad day at
today.
school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.